Good morning. Time now is 11:04. Checking out the weather forecast today. Digital Weather Now. Thank you for joining us again. Just a few minutes past the top of the 11 o'clock hour. We're going to talk about the weather today. We are getting fog out of the forecast, but at the same time, simultaneously bringing greater rain chances into the first alert forecast late this morning, what is left of it, and then going into the afternoon. Looks like we already have some viewers. Hello to Linda, Alan, good morning. Caritha, thank you for watching. Good morning to you as well. Lucretia, thank you for watching. And Justin down in Townsend, Georgia, appreciate your viewership. April, watching from Beaufort, appreciate that low country viewership this morning. Whether it's a little bit of light to moderate rain or the fog itself, visibility is still a little reduced out there, but certainly much better than it was earlier this morning. One of the really foggy spots earlier, and right now they're reporting a 6-mile visibility, was the Beaufort area, and we have a live camera for you. WTOC Beaufort Memorial Sky Cam. You can see we kind of have a different vantage point here. We've turned it around, not looking at the river. We're looking at a gray sky, but decent visibility. You can see it for several miles. Now, as we go over to the kind of the other end of the WTOC viewing area, the WTOC Georgia Southern Statesboro Sky Cam, a little gloomy here, wet concrete, light rain falling at the moment, and that's what we're going to be watching through the rest of the day, this afternoon at least, into the very early portion of the evening. We're watching rain moving in from middle Georgia, southwest Georgia. Not as much in the way of thunderstorm activity now, but still a rumble or two of thunder possible, some brief heavy rain as this moves eastward. So right now, what we're watching here is kind of the initial line of light rain through Hampton County, pushing into Effingham, northern Bryan County, maybe inland in Liberty County, portions of the Hinesville-Fort Stewart area, down through Long County and in the Wayne County area, Pierce-Brantley counties, down into Ware County. Ahead of that, it is absolutely dry, I-95 corridor, aside from maybe a rogue sprinkle or two. But then the heavier rain is actually even behind this initial line, back through Augusta, maybe Swainsboro, over to Montgomery County, Lyons, Vidalia, heading down into Coffee, Jeff Davis counties, so back into southwest Georgia. This is going to be your moderate to occasionally heavy rain, and this is going to be your lighter rain. So it's going to come in stages, gradually building eastward as we get into the afternoon. All right, let's see what folks are talking about. Good morning, Maryland. Thank you for watching. Kathy, good morning to you. Good morning, John. Outlaw. Tamika, good morning. In Beaufort, again, another Beaufort County viewer. Appreciate that from you. Jeanette says hello and good morning from beautiful city of Richmond Hill. Sure is gorgeous down there in Bryan County. I hope it's treating you well the day that is. Jennifer wants to know, what time is it going to rain on Tybee? Well, now that we've established what's happening now, kind of broken down some of the data, let's go ahead and take you hour by hour through the forecast this afternoon into this evening. And again, we're watching this band of rain moving in. I'm going to pull up a new forecast model. Looks like we have some more reports. Debbie says raining since 7:30 in the borough. Definitely some sprinkles earlier, but not real rain at that time. We were watching radar earlier. There were some sprinkles, but the real rain has yet to come there. Just a heads up in case you're wondering if this is it in your neck of the woods. All right, we're going to pull out a forecast now. Doing pretty well so far. Initial band of light rain may try to weaken as it approaches I-95, and you're going to notice that here as we go hour by hour. You're welcome, Sheila. Thank you for watching. Alicia, good morning to you down in Darien. Justin, is there going to be any flood advisories in some areas? Don't think so. Rivers are high, but not anticipating any flood advisories, but could be some puddles and a little bit of standing water there in the typical trouble spots. Melissa wants to know what the weather in Rincon is going to do and what it's going to be. Whitney is also watching from Rincon. James wants to know how long before the rain gets to Wilmington Island. Now's the time to kind of focus in on your tablet screen, on your TV screen, whatever you are watching on, wherever you're watching, and we'll walk through this. So basically now in Rincon, sprinkles not too far away from you, maybe another 30 minutes and you might start getting a little bit of light rain. If you live on the islands, Whitmarsh, Wilmington, Tybee, maybe you live up in Beaufort, you have another couple of hours before rain really begins to build in. Putting this in motion, notice how that initial band takes a while to get to I-95. The initial very light rain is going to fizzle before the heavier stuff does make it back into the city of Savannah. So by 1 o'clock, it's still mainly along and west or inland from I-95. Going further into the future, here's the rain building in 2 to 3 o'clock, I-95 corridor, Beaufort County, Tybee, Whitmarsh, Wilmington, maybe Rincon as well, Darien, Brunswick, Townsend, Hinesville, Fort Stewart, Jessup, Waycross. These inland communities are going to dry out earlier because they turned wetter earlier. Again, the rain arrived earlier, so it will tend to leave your forecast a little bit earlier. And looking like the last few showers pushing through 5:36 pretty quickly and already starting to clear out. Vidalia, Baxley, Douglas, Hazelhurst, Swainsboro, Metter, Millen, Sylvania, these areas that are now seeing the rain will not only dry out first, but eventually clear out first as well. And by 7 o'clock, again, we're wrapping it up. We're clearing out. Gorgeous evening for any outdoor plans that you may have. Not anticipating much of any weather issues this evening after sunset once those last few straggling showers work their way out. Shannon in Brooklyn, thank you for watching. Deborah on Hilton Head. Kathy says it is raining now in Glenville. It certainly is, and hopefully you caught that hour-by-hour trend forecast there. Kathy says in Sylvania, tired of the rain. Good, because I have an extended period of dry weather coming up and sunshine. Patricia confirming again that it's raining in Glenville. Hugh, good morning in Rincon. Anita, thank you for watching. Happy New Year to you as well. Sheila, Jennifer, you're very welcome. And Sharon says she is looking forward to the drier weather. So we've gotten through today, and I've showed you a forecast model, kind of a map look at what's going on. Let's go ahead and pull out an hour-by-hour forecast. Temperatures about as warm as they're going to get. We may not get that much warmer. May have to bring your high temperatures down just a little bit, depending on if we can warm up a little bit more I-95 before the rain moves in. Upper 60s, lower 70s, though still a pretty solid bet. Rain chances, Savannah Metro peak mid-afternoon, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock, and then very, very quickly wind down going into the evening hours. Joe, will there be any fog tomorrow morning on Tybee? No, sir, Joe. Strong offshore wind. Sorry, I can't see the picture there. So, Joe, I'm just going to address you as Joe. Fog will be less of an issue on the islands, really everywhere tomorrow. Strong offshore wind mixing the air. We will not have much of any fog tomorrow morning. Alicia, when will it turn cold again? How about cooler this evening into tomorrow? In fact, I have your virtual forecast, still kind of mild, muggy, foggy, rainy, 3 o'clock with some thunderstorms around. And then as we go into the evening, 7 o'clock, thunder out of the forecast, lower 60s, a breeze. It'll feel a little cooler this evening than it has the past few evenings. And if you're out later, 10, 11 o'clock, still breezy, clear, 50s. It's going to be a little chilly out there this evening. You'll need to bring that light jacket back out into the picture. Sharon, extended forecast, will we ever get cold weather? Sharon, it's only January 4th, folks. I posted this on my Facebook page the other day. It's only January 4th. I promise you, I don't even have to think about it or sweat over it. It will get cold again. Now, over the next 7 to 10 days, that's not the time period we're really talking about. It'll be normal cool with bouts of warm weather, at least seasonably warm weather. We're not talking 90s here, but warm weather in the forecast. And then mid-January, late January, more likely we'll get more cold weather back in the forecast. But remember, we've already had abnormally or unusually cold conditions from time to time already this winter. We've already had a few freezes. We've already had several frosts. So, you have warm times, you have cold times. That's the balance. Remember, the average in weather is nothing more than a bunch of extremes averaged out. So we just have to keep that in mind and know and trust that it will eventually get cold again. I do promise that. Let's see. Thank you for watching, Nicole. Happy New Year to you as well. So kind of getting back to that cool weather point, it's going to be cooler this evening, and the breeze will be blowing a little bit. And as we get into the extended forecast, if you like the cooler weather, here it comes. And if you're ready and you're sick of this warm weather and you've been complaining about it, I better see you out in shorts Sunday morning, because it's going to be in the upper 30s to lower 40s. Certainly chilly enough to consider it winter, to feel more seasonable. It'll be mild in the afternoon, cool Saturday afternoon with a breeze, so it'll feel nice and chilly, especially in the shade Saturday afternoon, a little more comfortable in the sunshine. We're back to 70s, I know, just the messenger here, Monday to Tuesday, and then quite possibly, kind of uncertain though at this point, Wednesday and Thursday, late next week, we will have more chilly air work its way back into the forecast. And look, it's dry after today, sunny almost completely Saturday, Sunday. A few more clouds next week, but still dry and at least mostly sunny weather in the first alert forecast. Good morning, Jamie. Thank you for watching. Anita agreeing with Sherry. You know, Georgia can be a little crazy, but there are definitely other places in the United States that are much, much crazier than the Georgia or the Southeast. I mean, Denver had a high of near 60, and then they were 2 degrees the next morning. We don't have to deal with that stuff. So, you know, by comparison, the weather is pretty stagnant. It doesn't change all that much here. And you can see over the next 7 days, really, there is not that much change. It's colder Saturday, Sunday, but we live, you know, not too far north of I-10. It tends to be a little bit changeable, but this is nothing to write home about as far as big, huge swings or anything like that. LaDonna says she's loving this warm weather. Jamie wants to wear boots and sweaters, maybe the bonfire. You can do that this weekend. Sunny, dry, and chillier this weekend. Now, Chief Meteorologist Dave Turley is working that later evening shift. Meteorologist Andrew Gorton is going to be filling in. He'll have a complete update for you coming up on the News at Noon radar, where it's raining now. Your hour-by-hour forecast and updated weekend numbers, again, that coming up on the News at Noon. You can watch the noon newscast, even if you're away from the TV, maybe lunch break, or if you're sitting in your office. WTOC Weather app is a good resource for that. We have a video update up top detailing today's rain chances, live radar where it's raining now, also where it's going. And to watch the newscast, all you have to do is scroll down towards the bottom, click Watch Live. It'll load up during our newscast time right around 12 or 12:01, and they will be keeping you updated. So if we don't catch you then, wishing you an awesome afternoon. Time now is 11:15. Your next forecast update, the News at Noon, in about 45 minutes.